Hello, we are so glad that you are here to see this presentation. We are going to teach you the simple three-step exit plan on how to build income, time, and health outside of the 9 to 5 without complexity. So throughout this, we're going to show how ambitious people are exploring ways to build income online using already done for you systems, offers, and support. And a quick disclaimer, this presentation is for general information. There is no guarantee for financial or business advice, and any earnings and results are no earnings or results are guaranteed. So this is just general educational information. So our goal today is to make sure by the end of this that you have a solid understanding of how you can create income, time, and health by using these already done for you systems that we have. And what makes this offer different than other things that are out there in the Everse online that you've seen is mostly the done for you systems, and everything is already in place. You're not having to start from scratch. You're not having to start from ground zero. It's a very special space to be in, and that's what makes this stand out so well compared to other things out there online. So who this is for is you, if you are open to exploring something you can start alongside of what you are already doing in your life. If you want more time with family, friends, and the things that actually matter, if you realize that life can change quickly and you want to be prepared for the unexpected instead of trying to catch up after things already happen, you enjoy helping others and making an impact, you're an action taker, and you are thinking about your future and you know that something needs to change. You want to build something that fits into your life and you're open to doing things differently. And this is not for you if you are looking for a get rich quick outcome, if you want results without putting in effort, if you're not open to learning or doing things differently, if you're committed to your current situation more than actually creating a change in your life, or if you're more focused on reasons of why it won't work instead of why it will work. So, where we're at right now, the world is shifting and it is shifting fast. Millions of jobs are expected to be impacted by AI. It's changing how people work and earn, and the cost of living is rising. We're all feeling the squeezes of everything going on out there. Work from home is becoming a necessity and not a luxury. Stable jobs are not as secure as they once were, and more people are looking for flexible, independent income streams. The old way of working is changing whether we like it or not. So the bottom line, it isn't coming, it's already here. The question is, will you adapt early or are you going to be forced to later once it's already too late? Okay, so with this, there are no surprises here. At the end, there is going to be an offer, but we're not asking you to whip out your checkbook today. We're not, or your checkbook, your wallet today. I just dated myself and I'm not even that old. But at the end, there is going to be an offer. But like we said, we want you to learn some things today, take in all the information. Go ahead and get a notepad out and a pen so you can write some things down that you have questions about. But we just want you to let you know that there is going to be an offer at the end. There are no surprises. Okay, so we are nothing special. So the left side of this is me. My name is Abby. Hello. Um, I'm nothing special. I'm a regular old person. I was a nurse. In this picture here, I'm super burnt out, feeling the absolute squeeze of life. My health was being affected, my finances were being affected, everything in my life was being affected at this point in my life. And then I'm gonna let Allie pop over and introduce herself.
Hello, for those of you who don't know me already, my name is Allie Hoffman, and this picture on the right is of me. Also, at the time of me being a very, very burnt out ICU nurse. This is in the beginning of the pandemic. I was on a travel assignment, and my world was absolutely turned upside down by that whole situation. As you know, as many other nurses and folks in healthcare, or even people who weren't in healthcare, everyone was affected by that. And it was just that was one of the hardest and lowest times of my life, honestly. And it's kind of one of those things where like I almost had to hit rock bottom for something to change and for me to realize and for like life to kind of shake me up and be like, hey, you need to change directions. So
Okay, and this is us now. So now both of us are online business owners, and we have adjusted two things happening in life to, like we talked about earlier about how you have to make the adjustments with everything going on to have income that's going to work for you and not against you. And also along with this, you learn so many other skills in the process. You learn personal development, you learn how to be healthier physically and mentally. And so this is us now as online business owners. So we tried things in the past so that you don't have to try them. Personally, like we did not do Raw Food Cafe or eBay store crypto platform. These are just some things that other people have tried out there that did not work before they found this specific opportunity. But I can tell you that personally for me, I tried doing different kinds of nursing. I tried to have an LLC with nursing to make that work for me. But then again, you're still having to fork over all of your time, effort, and energy in order to make that work. And Allie, if you want to pop in and add a couple things that you've tried in the past.
yeah, absolutely. So I tried trying to find just a remote, regular, traditional nursing, 9 to 5 remote job. Even with all the really great experience that I had as a bedside nurse, working at prestigious hospitals and such, and for many years, I wasn't successful in that. I hired a coach and still nothing. I think I had like one interview and I just didn't make it through the process, which then now I understand because, I wasn't meant to do that. But again, even if I had gotten one of those jobs, it still would have put me in a place of where like I'm glued to my laptop for 8 hours a day. I have to have a HIPAA compliant workspace, which means like I couldn't have my son, next to me while I'm taking calls or, working or anything like that. And it wouldn't have been a flexible thing where like I'd have to be working in a space in my home. I wouldn't be able to take my work with me. And I also did low ticket network marketing for a while, which is kind of like my stepping stone into this. So I am very thankful for that path and that kind of foundation for me. Not required coming into this, but yeah, and that was the same thing. Like I really just I got burnt out doing that because we're going to get into a little bit more later in this presentation about like what low ticket really is. If you're not familiar with it, most people are, but it just didn't work out for me.
Okay, so as I mentioned, go ahead and grab, a piece of paper and a pen and just, spend the time to understand and learn what we're going to teach you today and just try to avoid all other distractions so that you can take it all in. Okay, so imagine from this point going forward, from today going forward, imagine what would happen for your life if you did something entirely different that's actually going to work for you. If you actually found an opportunity that's going to allow you to achieve those life dreams that you've had. So we're going to teach you the simple 3-step framework of achieving these dreams. So step one is just to start simply. You're going to learn how people are getting started online without needing to create their own product, build a large audience, or navigate complex technology. Step two, you're going to plug into systems and automations, like I was saying, that are already there for you, ready to go. These digital tools and automation can a support a lot of the heavy lifting while you are enjoying your life. And then step three is the cheat code. You're going to learn how mentorship, community, and structured processes can help you build momentum and develop those skills that are going to get you what you want. And then we'll talk about a bonus step at the very end. So let's begin. Let's get into it. So step one is starting simply. You're going to learn how people are getting started online without needing to create their own product, kind of like how I talked about, build a large audience, or navigate complex technology. With what we do here, you can use what you have right now and still create successes. So the bigger the problem, the bigger the opportunity. And the biggest problems out there right now are health and fitness, weight loss, longevity, preventative medicine, environmental impacts, single-use plastics, chemicals and toxins in your home, and of course, income with inflation and the cost of living. And so how we solve those problems is by partnering with high ticket offer. And who we partner with is Enagic, and these are Enagic's like 5 flagstone products. They are, environmentally friendly. Everybody could use these in their homes. It's all about like the water that we drink, the water that we bathe in, the EMFs around us, inflammation, the air around us. So Enagic is very, very health focused and also very environmentally focused. And its entire health system, yeah, with 5 key products that enhance and protect the health and environment. So everybody could use these. This is a major, major shift that we're having right now. If you're in the health world and you've heard about all of the toxins, this is a beautiful opportunity. And so Enagic is an established company. They're just celebrated actually 52 years. And they have so they're 52 years old and they have a 500-year business plan. So they are only a like fraction into their 500-year business plan, and they are a very successful company. They're pioneers in the health and wellness space. And the main product, which is the K8 ionizer, so it is an electrolyzed reduced water. It produces electrolyzed reduced water, which is very saturated with hydrogen, which helps restore your body to an optimal state. The machine also has 68 other uses that can replace household products, which can save you money and also create a non-toxic home. And the products can last upward of, we've even heard products lasting upward of like 30 years in the home. They are award-winning Japanese water technology. And if you know anything about Japan, they're like 10 steps ahead of the rest of the world. And this is a massive market opportunity because only 3 million Kangen water machines have been sold worldwide, and there are 8 billion people on the planet. And it originates in Okinawa, which is historically known for longevity. If you've heard of the blue zones where people live longer and healthier, that is one of the blue zones is Okinawa. And so when we think about the market and it being saturated, like I was saying, there's like 8 billion people in the world and only 3 million of these machines have been sold. The market is also, or the demand for these is also growing. And so in 2025, the market for water ionizers was valued at 3.5 billion, and by 2035, it is projected to reach 7.74 billion. So it is a wonderful market to be a part of. And everybody needs to drink healthy water. So this is the cash flow quadrant. And I'm just going to teach you something super cool here. So this top left section of the cash flow quadrant where it says the E, that is generally where a lot of people are. 95% actually of people are in this top left corner as being an employee. You have a job, you only are creating income whenever you put your time into the job. When you go and clock in, that's when you get your income. You don't have any time leverage there. You don't get your time back and make money. It's either one or the other. And so a lot of people want to move down to the bottom left part of this cash flow quadrant where it says S, that is for self-employed. So you own your own job, but again, you don't have any leverage because you're still only making money whenever you put your time in. If you're not putting your time in, then you're not making money. So this whole entire left side of the cash flow quadrant, you do not have any time leverage at all. It's either you make money and spend your time doing that, or you spend your time doing other things, but then you're not making any money. And so we want to be on the right side of this cash flow quadrant. The top right where it says B, that is for business owner. Here you get to start leveraging your time because you can create income while other people are working for you or systems are working for you. So you can create money while you are not personally spending your time making money. So then you're starting to get your leverage back on that top right. That is where we want to be. And then obviously the bottom right where it says I for investing, your money is making you money, and that's also a good place to be in as well. So we want to be on this right side of the cash flow quadrant. So it's not about working harder, It's about working smarter and multiplying your impact. Once you leverage your time, you gain freedom, flexibility, and control over your sales results, your income. So we're going to talk about creating your own product versus partnering with a proven product. Whenever you create your own product, you're starting from the, ground zero. You are starting from scratch. It can take months to create, refine, and launch. There's no guaranteed demand. You are guessing with what the market wants, and you're probably going to be behind because of how fast the market changes. It's a high upfront investment. You have to, brand, all the tech, the funnels, the ads, development, all that. It's very time consuming. You are responsible for everything. You're wearing all of the hats, and it's higher risk because there's no proof it will convert or sustain long term. When you partner with a proven product, and with what we're talking about here, water, a healthy water, it is a simplified starting point. There's no need to create or test from scratch. All of that is already done for you. There is existing demand. The product and market are already validated. It is something that is already needed, and it is reduced setup because the systems and fulfillment and the tech and everything is already in place for you, ready to go. And you get to focus on key activities like marketing and sales, the fun part. So when you build from scratch, it's control, it's time, it's risk. But whenever you partner with something that's already proven and there for you, you get speed, leverage, and support. And then we're going to talk a little bit about low ticket models, kind of like what Ali was saying earlier, how she was in a low ticket business versus high ticket models. So low ticket is, all the candles and the shakes and the makeups and the skincare, all of that is low ticket. So you have to sell hundreds and hundreds of items a month in order to make a good profit. Where on the right side with high ticket models, being vehicles and real estate, and even here with what we do with the Magic, this is considered high ticket. You only have to sell a couple products a month in order to make a good income versus hundreds of products a month with low ticket in order to make a good income per month. So step 2 of our 3-step exit plan is automated systems. So once you find a proven product, how do you find interested buyers? How do you find who actually needs these products? So a lot of people think that you put an offer out to an audience, and with that, people think you need like business cards and pamphlets and all kinds of, little things to give people. But how it really works is we use social media marketing. So you have an offer and then you have your audience, everybody that is out there online. And with the marketing, you don't need all these tangible things. You don't need business cards and pamphlets. You are putting your offer out there. You're putting your story out there. People see that. They come into a funnel, which we will go into, and then you create an income. In social media marketing, how we do it here is we either do low budget paid ads and or free organic marketing. You can do this however it works for you. Some people like both, some like one or the other. It's very personalized. And low budget social media ads is where you put your offer in front of the right people consistently. You can choose who you target. So like, for example, I'm a nurse and I want to become a mom. So those are the kind of people that I want to choose to talk to. It can be 9-to-5ers, travelers, etc. It's not limited by location. You can reach worldwide. This is a global company and it can run 24/7 without you being present. So this is that time leverage that we were talking about where systems are in place working for you. And then whenever people are interested, they just reach right out to you so that you're not having to bug friends and family. And with organic marketing, this is how you build a personal brand that attracts the right people. So this is where you can share your story. This is where you can share your transformation, where you came from, where you want to go. And this is basically free advertising to the 5.22 billion social media internet users. And we teach you how to create a personal brand. We teach you how to build a community of like-minded people who know, like, and trust you and naturally buy from you. And we're not, product pushing. We're not plastering products all over like how a lot of the low ticket companies do. This is entirely different. It's very much attraction marketing. So the secret to earning an online income, even while you're sleeping or spending time with your kids, is the sales funnels that we were talking about. So you are putting your story out there either with organic marketing or with ads, and that's the awareness levels. So people become aware of what you're doing. It piques their interest, and then with getting some more information, they make a decision, they take action, and then there is income made with that. And this is just an example of an ad going out about a weight loss product. So an ad goes out and then people see the ad. Whoever is interested will click on the ad and come into your funnel. Once more information is received, those that actually want to make a decision and decide on it will take action and then you receive income. And this is more of a bird's eye visual view of how the funnel works. And so let's say you're putting out an ad, somebody clicks on your link, it pops them into your funnel. Once they're in your funnel, a text message will go out that offers them a webinar to watch, something similar to this. And we also we're talking about leverage and automations. There are plenty of already done for you systems in place. So then once they watch a webinar and they're interested, they book a call and then a confirmation text goes out to them with an email. And then the call is actually handled for you as well. So, the leverage and the automations and the done for yous are very heavy here, which how I was saying is what sets this apart from a lot of other options out there right now. And then step 3 is the cheat code, and I'm going to pass this over to Ali.
Yeah, thank you, Abby. Thank you for explaining all that. You did a phenomenal job. Yeah, so how cool is that, right? With all the automation, like it's doing all the heavy lifting for you. You can be out enjoying your life, hanging out with your kids on vacation, whatever, and you're able to make money, and let the systems work for you. So we're going to continue on. So step 3 is the cheat code. So we're going to go over how mentorship and community can help you build that momentum and really develop your skills. So now this is key. Having the right mentorship, the community and support can significantly support your growth. And I know I've seen the comparison between what I received in low ticket versus what I have here. And I mean, it's even saying like it's a night and day difference is honestly an understatement. So it really makes a world of a difference. And we have all these folks are the top people in the industry that we have access to. So, what do I mean by this really? Again, like I just said, access to high level mentors, people who have gone before us, either in the company and also just in the industry. We're getting feedback on our business through chats, live events, and there are weekly calls, usually multiple weekly calls. So, there's plenty of opportunity to be learning and growing constantly. And you have access to a global community of over 10,000 people. So, let's recap really quickly what we went over with our 3-step framework. So, what we've covered so far is why many people choose to partner with the existing offers rather than creating their own, why the timing and positioning can really play a role in these online opportunities with everything going on in the world, how digital businesses can be operated from different locations. Remember how I said versus like a 9 to 5 type job versus something like this I can literally take everywhere with me, how scalable models and can support income growth over time and how this type of model can offer you more flexibility compared to like a traditional work structure, just as I just mentioned. So imagine this. We kind of talked about in the beginning, like, imagine if you could like literally just be doing whatever you want every single day. Imagine this. Like you probably have some things that keep you up at night or, things that you wish you could do, but you're probably stuck in like a 9 to 5 or whatever model you're in, earning an income and you wish, or maybe maybe you're self-employed, but it's really just another job. Imagine you are able to wake up whenever you want. You can do whatever you want with whoever you want, whenever you want. You're not having to check your calendar. You're not having to check your bank account before you can say yes to something. And like that is the ultimate freedom of time and of finances, and to just really be able to enjoy your life. Imagine like it's probably going to look different for each person. For me, it's presence with my family, being able to travel, and do things whenever we want. Being able to pick my son up from school, take him to school, be there for every single event and game and everything. That's really what it is for me, is the time that I get to spend with my family. But what is it for you? Think about what it is for you. So, what if you could potentially shorten your learning curve by leveraging existing offers, system, and support, having access to tools and community who are also experienced mentors as well? Would it be worth exploring further? I think so. So, really quickly, we'll go over our basic commission structure. As you can see, you start out around, and these are just estimates. Again, it's going to depend on like what you end up, selling. It could be a little bit less than this, or it could be more. But if you were to sell a package of 5 products, this is what you would earn. And as you can see, it goes up. 1A is like where you start out. Everyone starts out as a 1A, and then you go up through the ranks. And again, you can see that you are earning more each time that you rank up. And the really cool thing that stood out to me about this opportunity is that you don't lose your rank. In low ticket, and the one that I was in specifically, and a lot of other ones, if you don't continue to perform and meet monthly quotas, you are losing your rank. And it's like this hamster wheel. Like you haven't the entire month, you have to meet your quota, and then you're like basically starting over on the first of the month. And that's like so exhausting. That was something that I really, really, like I said, stood out to me here is that like, I can stop working for a few months and I'm going to stay at my rank, or I mean years or whatever. I'm going to keep my rank even if I'm not, working my business at all. So that's huge. All right, and this is a really, really cool thing that I want you to take a look at too, is this is literally the plan and the blueprint for you to earn $20,000 in just 5 sales. So at the top here, these are just the different packages. Okay. And as you can see, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sales. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And at the bottom, obviously, that's your total and how much you would earn making those 5 sales. If you are selling a quad, that's 4 products. The more products you sell, you're obviously going to make the most. But if you were to sell 5 of those, that's about $20,000. Okay. So, and really, plus your cash back that you're getting when you start, and that's something we can go over on a call with you, but you are getting, over $20,000. Super powerful. Okay, and so this is one of my favorite things to talk about too. This is kind of like the career path. You can think of it that way with Enagic. So you saw on one of the slide before that had like the pie pieces, that 6A was like towards all the way towards the end on the right. So this is technically the first leadership rank that you can get to, and you get a $3,000 bonus. Okay, and this is where you unlock your quarterly and monthly entitled bonuses as well. And then it just continues to go up as you go through the ranks. You're going to receive a bonus. And here is one I really want you to pay attention to and listen on this one, is because once you hit 6A2-3, you're going to get a $25,000 bonus. And then this is where you lock in $5,000 guaranteed per month for the rest of your life. And then this is something that you can also will down to your children. So, like when you're gone, you can will this down to your children, or if you don't have children, anybody in your family, you can pass that on. And it's actually willable down for the next 3 generations, not just the next, but for the next three, which is super powerful. Honestly, like this for me made it like a heck yes, because I found this like when my son was very little. And, I want to be able to set him up and, have him not have to worry about finances for the rest of his life. And as you can see, it just continues to go up as we move through the ranks. And we actually, the first person in the company just hit, I think it was last month, got to the 6A2-8. So this was an $800,000 bonus that he received. And he's now getting $80,000 a month guaranteed for the rest of his life. He doesn't have to work or lift a finger. He could drop off the face of the earth, be off social media, and he's still going to earn. And then he is going to will that down to the generations after him. So pretty freaking cool. Nothing else out there like this. Okay, and so all of this that we've gone over so far, this amazing opportunity that we have, this is why we've created TDE. So it's called the Digital Era. It's a custom-built platform that's designed to help you support in building and scaling your Enagic business. So I know we've covered a lot of information today, but information alone isn't really going to help you do anything, right? We are just takers of information, and we just take the information and we leave and we don't do anything with it. It doesn't do anything for you. So when you bring these 3 pillars together, you have a proven offer, you have the right systems, and you have the right support, everything is going to start to click. So you don't have to figure this out alone. You spend time investing in something or searching for a high ticket product to sell. You don't have to feel overwhelmed trying to learn online marketing and build sales funnels. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars hiring experienced mentors to help you along your journey, and you don't have to waste years in frustration and feeling alone and making costly mistakes. So, let me ask you this. What would change for you if you had the right guidance, support, and a proven pathway for you to get the success that you're after? There's no guesswork, no trial and error, but just a clear path forward, proven path that folks have already gone before you and been successful in. So this is used by thousands of people worldwide across different backgrounds. We're giving you the exact strategy, the tools, and resources to build a successful business from the ground up. And again, you can literally do this from anywhere in the world. So you can start your online income stream without having previous online experience. Obviously, it helps, but it's not required. And you don't have to quit your current job because you have these systems in place for you, and we're literally giving you the blueprint basically on a silver platter. So you're not having to, figure it out all on your own, having the experience, and you can still continue whatever job and business that you have if you want to. So your next steps, this is what Abby had spoke about in the beginning, that we do have an offer for you. So if it's aligned, we want you to take the offer. If it's not, that's okay. So your next steps are the business breakthrough discovery call. And so it is valued at $99. What it is, it's a private strategy call with one of our personally trained advisors to help you bridge the gap of where you are now and where you want to be. You're going to get any questions that you have answered and have specialized support to get your business up and running as fast as possible. So you have your business discovery call, breakthrough discovery call, and then behind the scenes, we have a discovery process that you will go through. So what the discovery process is, this is also valued at $99. It walks you through the specifics of our process so that you can thoroughly understand how to create the flexible income online. And it's like also like a personalized clarity questionnaire process so that we can really tailor a launch plan specific to you and your goals and your needs. So you have your discovery call, you have your discovery process, and then we are also going to give you the digital era course. So it's a really incredible digital course. Abby and I both have access to it. It's full of so many great nuggets. A lot of time went into this by our leaders and producing it for you. So you have your discovery call is $99. Your behind the scenes discovery process is $99, and then the digital era course is valued at $1,997. So we'll go over a little bit what the course is. So it's literally a step-by-step blueprint to launch your business in just a few weeks and start earning, as soon as possible without previous experience. So that way you're never left guessing on what to do. You have the same step-by-step training that we have all used to see success here. So once you start your business, you are going to get access to, in addition to the ones that we've already talked about, you're going to get access to the training and the education hub. And so this training and education hub this blows my mind every time, and because they're constantly adding to it all the time, but they're not charging us anymore to use it. It is valued at $2,497. It's going to help you launch your business step by step, again, and then it's going to have pretty much any training that you can think of or need to be successful in this business. It is in there for you. And truthfully, I think it should be valued at way more than what it is. So just a really quick look at the training and education hub that I was just speaking on. We do have it's inside of a school community, and there's a bunch of different trainings in there. As you can see, you can have it on your phone or on your computer. So once you start your business, you are getting access to these ones that we already went over. You are also going to get access to a live support chat, which is valued at $147. And then you're also going to get access to weekly feedback and community calls, which is again valued at $197. Truthfully, I think these ones should be valued at way more because they're so valuable. So you're going to get community support. We have a Facebook group community and we have a Telegram and WhatsApp chat community as well, where, you anytime you have a question, you need somebody like to speak to or whatever, like there's always somebody that's willing to help you. So in addition to all of those, you're also going to get access to our funnels, systems, and webinars, much like this one that Abby was speaking on before in the automations piece, and that is all valued at $199. So you're getting digital automations. It's one platform, one ecosystem, and everything is literally connected in there, set up for you to just plug into and utilize and take it and run with it and earn income. So the last piece is you are also getting invites to the best events globally, which honestly is priceless because getting in the room, I can't emphasize that enough of how important it is to get around people who are, ahead of you and, also ones that you maybe are doing the same thing with you or they're right alongside with you. Getting in the room and just having that in-person connection is so important. Abby and I went to an event last year in California that our community put on, and it was just incredible. So again, world-class events. There's a community connected around the world. Like I said, this is a global community that we have here. So your complete business package of everything that we discussed already, the business breakthrough discovery call, behind the scenes discovery process, the digital era course, training and education hub, live support chat, weekly feedback and community call, access to our funnel systems and webinars, and then invites to the best events ever globally. It is valued at $5,213. Truthfully, I think it should be valued way more than that. But now we can give that to you for $199. And we are going to throw in some bonus offers in there as well. An ads training with Kayala Kanai. He has a $140 million in sales and a top 0.005% of entrepreneurs. He's absolutely amazing. Abby is working with him a little more closely than I am, but he's working with our community. He comes and does calls with us. He's absolutely amazing. Another bonus offer is AI training with Molly Mahoney. As we know, AI is something that it's not going away, it's here to stay. And she's been amazing. She's provided many trainings for our community, and then we're offering this bonus offer to also have some extra support from her. So third bonus offer, a sales training with Ryan Stuman. So he's basically a sales professional, a sales and closing authority. You have access to a high impact training with him. He's known as the hardcore closer who's helped thousands of entrepreneurs master the modern sales. I was told that the leader of this community paid like $10,000 for this training. So it's really incredible that you all will have the bonus offer to this as well. So actually, what we can do is since you have stayed with us this far and you are clearly ready to take action and change your life right now, we can give this to you, all of this, everything that we've gone over, we can give all of this to you for $99 USD, just a one time, and we do have a money back guarantee with this. So honestly, this is a no-brainer. And if all this did was connect you with global like-minded community, allowed you to make a flexible income online and give you the freedom to be home more, travel, or live more, or whatever your heart desires, wouldn't it be worth it? Would that be worth it to you? I think it would. So we'll just go over really quickly a couple people from our community. Jess, she was working in PR while she was also doing low ticket network marketing. She was able to quit her corporate job 5 years ago, and now she's an ambitious mom. She was able to give her husband 6 months off of work. Her husband doesn't want to retire. She could retire her husband. He doesn't want to. He actually likes his job. So she's able to be a present mom. Brooke March, she is actually legacy. Actually, Jess is legacy too. Actually, yeah, both of them are -3. Brooke March was a homeschooling mom and found this when she was like in the trenches of motherhood and like really, really needed something. She was was at her lowest when she found this. And now she's able to just work a couple days a week and being a fully present mom and able to homeschool her kids. And Clint Morgan, he started out as a physical therapist, or sorry, not physical therapist, personal trainer. I see PT and I automatically think as a nurse that's physical therapist. After a failed gym venture, now he's back home, and he had to go back home and live with his mom after that. He didn't have money to pay rent, so he was kind of at a low point too whenever he found this business, and he got started with the offer here that we were recommending with Enagic, and everything changed for him. Now he is a present dad. He owns a retreat space in Australia. I've never been there, but I've seen them on Instagram. They're very beautiful. And he now has the freedom where he was able, when his brother passed away, he was able to take the time off to, really grieve and just be with his family. And now he lives life on his terms. Him and his wife homeschool their children together, and they're spending time together every single day. And him and his wife Christy are two of the leaders in our community here, and they have multiple legacy positions. So your next steps are going to be to click on the link below and secure your spot inside the digital era. An email is going to be sent to you with your login credentials. You're going to log in and book your discovery call. We recommend that you do it as soon as possible within 48 hours because the spots do fill up fast. And then you're going to complete the discovery process. It's very self-explanatory and user-friendly inside there. You're going to complete that discovery process prior to your scheduled time, so that way you are completely prepared and up to speed on everything, so you can make the most efficient use of your time when you are on your call with the advisor. And if you are seeing this, if you are, we're just sent this a YouTube link, just reach out to the person that invited you here. If there's no button below, reach out to the person who invited you, and then we will get you the link and your next steps. And thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to supporting you on the inside.